With air travel becoming cheaper and more accessible to Asia's extremely large population over the past 20 years, there have been countless new low-cost carriers and ultra-low-cost carriers popping up all over the continent. Most of these airlines operate the 737 family or the A320 family. Nowhere is this more true, though, than in the world's second most populous country and seventh largest by land area, India. India does have a traditional flag carrier, Air India. However, it's the low-cost airlines that make up India's aviation market, like AirAsia India, Go First, SpiceJet, and the largest airline in India, and the focus for today's video, Indigo. Let's take a look at Indigo's story, its history, the airline presently, and its future. Indigo was founded in 2005 by the airline's current parent company, InterGlobal Enterprises, now InterGlobal Aviation Limited. In June of that same year, Indigo ordered 100 Airbus A320-200s at the Paris Air Show, expecting to start operation in mid-2006. The airline would take their first A320 in July of 2006 and start flying them in early August of 2006 from their hub in New Delhi, India. By the end of the year, the airline would take 5 more A320 aircraft into their fleet and 9 more by the end of 2007. Just 4 years into the airline's operations, it would be the third largest airline in India, and it would take that spot from state-run airline Air India. The airline would continue to grow in 2012, and it was granted permission in that year to fly internationally. The airline also added an additional 180 A320s to their backlog. This order was worth $15 billion, and 150 of these A320s were Neos. 2012 was a big year for Indigo. The airline would take their 50th aircraft and jump to the number 2 spot in March for passenger market share. Then in August, the airline would jump to the number 1 spot, taking over from Jet Airways, and this was only 6 years into operation. The airline still stands here today. Moving forward to 2015, Indigo ordered 250 more Airbus A320neos worth about $27 billion. This was the largest order in Airbus history, and it did let the airline convert A320neo orders into A321LRs. Indigo would take their first A320neo in 2016 after a series of delays with production of the type. Soon after that, in 2019, the airline would order 300 more aircraft from Airbus, comprising of the A320neo, A321neo, LR, and XLRs. Now let's take a look at Indigo Today. The airline operates out of 6 hubs, including Delhi and Mumbai, and 3 focus cities to 95 destinations as of November 2021. 71 of these are domestic and 24 are international, although they're all in Asia. Indigo actually doesn't have an all-Airbus fleet. They have 33 ATR 72-600s in their fleet, with 17 more on order. These aircraft are obviously used for low demand and short regional routes. The rest of the fleet is Airbus, though, with 80 A320 CEOs, 130 A320neos with 199 on order, 45 A321neos with 104 on order, and a mix of 248 A321LRs and XLRs, bringing their total backlog for passenger aircraft in their fleet up to 585 aircraft. And Indigo's service is much like any other low-cost airline you would find all over the world. They only fly economy, there are no free meals on any of their flights, no IFE is available, although there is an in-flight magazine. Remember the A321LRs and XLRs I mentioned previously? Well, they're going to play a big part in the future of the airline. They'll let Indigo expand much further into Asia and beyond than what they're capable of right now because of the extended range of these aircraft. Most likely, these aircraft will have a new onboard product on them, as flying from India to London with no IFE or complimentary meals won't cut it for passengers. These LRs and XLRs can also help add more passengers to the domestic Indian market. They won't be flying in India, but international passengers that they bring into India on these extended range A321s will be able to connect at their hubs in India and fly on the domestic Indigo network. Now airlines like Air India have that entire market. So let me know what you think about Indigo. Do you think they're the future of air travel in India, or do you think they're going to burn out fast? Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm JP from JP's Aviation, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.